Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. As usual, we'll start our program with Talawat and translation. Can we have Mr. Usama Saim, sir, please?
Assalamu alaikum. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر من آمن بالله ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة والموفون بعهدهم إذا عاهدوا والصابرين في البأساء والضراء وحين البأس أولئك الذين صدقوا وأولئك هم المتقون. The English translation is as follows. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the ever merciful. It is not righteousness that you turn your faces to the east or the west. But truly righteous is he who believes in Allah and the last day, and the angels and the book and the prophets, and spends his money for the love of him, on the kindred and the orphans, and the needy and the wayfarer, and those who ask for charity, and for ransoming the captives, and who observes prayer and pays the zakat, and those who fulfill their promise when they have made one, and the patient in poverty and afflictions, and the steadfast in time of war. It is these who have proved truthful, and it is these who are the God-fearing. Jazakum.
Jazakallah Hasana Jazak. Can we have Ms. Qasid Ahmed Sahib for Nazam, please? Jazakallah.
السلام علیکم. کلام حضرت مسیح موعود علیہ السلام. نور فرقان ہے جو سب نوروں سے اجلا نکلا. نور فرقان ہے جو سب نوروں سے اجلا نکلا. پاک ہو جس سے یہ انوار کا دریا نکلا. حق کی توحید کا مرجع ہی چلا تھا پودا. ناگہاں غیب سے چشمائے اصفا نکلا. نور فرقان ہے یا الہی تیرا فرقان ہے کہ ایک عالم ہے جو ضروری تھا وہ سب اس میں مہیا نکلا. نور فرقان ہے. کس سے اس نور کی ممکن ہو جہاں میں تشبیہ. وہ تو ہر بات میں ہر وصف میں یکتا نکلا. نور فرقان ہے. پہلے سمجھتے تھے کہ موسیٰ کا عصا ہے فرقان. پھر جو سوچا تو ہر ایک لفظ مسیحا نکلا. نور فرقان ہے جو سب نوروں سے اجلا نکلا. پاک وہ جس سے یہ انوار کا دریا نکلا. جزاک اللہ.
Jazakallah asnal jaza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. I warmly welcome you to today's Middlesex Region Holy Qur'an Symposium, organized by the National Talimul-Quran and Waqf Arzi Department. The Holy Qur'an was revealed over 1400 years ago to the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam over a period of 23 years. Its revelation was the culmination of all the teachings found in all the world religions, but perfected for all eternity. Allah states in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 4, Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakumul Islam deena. This day have I perfected your religion for you and completed my favor upon you and have chosen for you Islam as religion. It is clear from these verses that the revelation of the Holy Quran is perfect for the perfected religion of Islam. It has stood the test of time in history and will continue to do so until the end of time. If we look at the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam of Islam, we can see that he was the personification of the teachings and the commandments, of which there are over 700 of the Holy Quran. His actions, speech, mannerism, decisions, conduct, forgiveness, compassion, morals, and so much more were all the physical, visual representation of the pristine and most beautiful teaching found in the Quran. As Muslims, and in particular as Ahmadi Muslims, we are reminded time and again that we must try and commit to the reading the Holy Quran on a daily basis, to study it, to look at its deeper meaning. The incredible guidance that one receives contained in this perfect book is such that only peace can prevail within oneself, nurturing one's soul and bringing it closer to God. I hope and pray that today's symposium proves to be an enlightening experience for all of you, and I pray that it may further strengthen our attention towards giving more and more time to the study of the Holy Quran. I think the program now proceeds on and follows with the lecture one by, I think if I can.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I welcome all of you to this Quran Symposium, and I hope that all the presentations which are part of this symposium will help us understand Quranic Kareem better. And I will conduct the first lecture. The topic of the lecture is Path to Success and Prosperity. First of all, a few words about the topic. Whenever we hear adhan or takbir, there is a verse, Hayya ala falah and Hayya ala falah, which means namaz or salat is path to success and prosperity. This presentation is in 3 languages, Urdu, English, and Arabic. And with myself will join Rafi Ahmad Shahnawaz Saab, one of our colleagues. In this presentation, we will discuss Salat as a pinnacle of faith. We will also discuss importance of correct pronunciation and some of the mispronounced words in Salat and how to pronounce them correctly. As we all know that Salat is among the 5 pillars of Islam: kalima, prayer, fasting, zakat, and hajj. In the Holy Quran, chapter 29, verse 46, Allah Ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, In the name of Allah, most gracious, ever merciful. وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةِ, and observe prayer. إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ تَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنْكَرِ. Surely prayer restrains one from indecency and manifest evil. وَلَذِكْرُ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ. And remembrance of Allah indeed is the greatest virtue. In 5 daily prayers, we recite Arabic words of Salat and portions from the Holy Quran. Today's presentation is covering how to pronounce Arabic words of Salat correctly and why. Why it is so important for us to recite them correctly and what happens or what impact it will have if we fail to do so. Talking about the common errors which we make during recitation, there are 2 broader categories of these errors. In one type of errors, broader category of errors, if we pronounce it incorrectly, it changes the meaning of the word. And in return, it has a major impact on the verse itself, which sometimes changes the entire meaning of the verse itself. And sometimes it makes it a kalma kufr. So that's why it is very important to pronounce it correctly. The other broader category is where if the meaning of the word is not changed, but the sound effect of the word is changed, thus giving an impression on our listeners that we don't know our recitation well. Now, in order to recite correctly, there are 3 basic rules which we are going to learn today in this brief presentation. The first one is giving each letter its due right. The second is prolonging or shortening each letter according to the strokes and signs. And the third step would be pronouncing each letter according to their attributes. When we say giving each letter its due right, alif and ayn are 2 different letters having their own rights. In tashahhud, in ta'awwuz, if we say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, it would be the correct pronunciation. But if we say A'udhu billah instead of A'udhu billah, we are not giving ayn its due right. So if we see in Surah Al-Fatiha, there are a number of places where ayn is there. And if we don't pronounce it well, it will have a major impact on the sound of the word or sometimes on the meanings. Similarly, if we change signs on a letter with another sign, it will also have an impact. For example, in Surah Fatiha, the verse is Sirat al-lazina an'amta alayhim. An'amta means you blessed. And the verse means the path of those on whom thou hast blessed thy blessings. But an'amtu means I blessed. So just imagine changing the word an'amta to an'amtu, and it will make it a kalma kufr. Similarly, prolonging or shortening each letter according to signs and strokes. Signs and strokes are fatha, kasra, and dhamma, and in Urdu we call them zabar, zair, and pesh. In Surah Al-Baqarah, the verse is ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. La raiba means there is no doubt. Ye wo kitab hai, isme koi shak nahi. And if we wrongly pronounce it la raiba means surely there is a doubt. Now just imagine this is a perfect book. There is no doubt in it. And if we say la raiba, it will inverse. It will entirely change the meaning of the verse. Pronouncing each letter according to their attributes. There are some thick letters in Arabic and there are some thin letters. For example, kaf in kul means eat, and qul, which is a thick letter, means say. In the verse, Qul huwallahu ahad, say he is Allah, the one. And if we change qul to kul, it will entirely change the meaning. Now a summary of some of the rules of tajweed, just to give you a feeler and a taster to learn more of these rules. In total 29 Arabic alphabets, 7 alphabets are heavy sounding letters, and 19 are always light sounding letters. 3 letters out of these 29 are conditionally heavy sounding letters. The thick letters are kha, thod, dod, ta, dha, ghain, and qaf. And the 3 letters, alif, lam, and ra, are pronounced thick based on some conditions. Always remember that lam in lam-i-jalala, letter lam is divine word of Allah, is always pronounced with thick or heavy sound if preceded with a letter carrying fatha or dhamma. And it is pronounced with light or thin sound if preceded with kasra on it. Kasra is zair, fatha is zabar, and dhamma is pesh. For example, in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, it is preceded with a kasra. And in Allahu Akbar, it is preceded with a fatha. So Allahu Akbar is a thick sound. Then comes vowels. Short vowels are harakat, as I mentioned, fatha, kasra, and dhamma. Fatha, kasra, and dhamma are pronounced with 1 second rule. So, for example, in ba, fatha is 1 second, ba, kasra, b, and dhamma, bu. Or in Urdu, it is khadi zabar. It would be, ba sound would be 2 seconds. Ba. Similarly, b sound would be b, and bu sound would be bu. So in any of these cases, it would be 2 seconds rule. There are 3 letters, alif, waw, and ya, which are known as huruful madda. Helps to elongate the sound of preceding letter for 2 seconds. Alif, if preceded with a letter carrying fatha, will elongate the sound to 2 seconds, like ba. Waw, if preceded with a letter with dhamma or u sound, would elongate the sign to 2 seconds. Bu. Similarly, ya, if preceded with a letter carrying kasra, e sound, to 2 seconds. For example, bi. Then there are huruful leen. Leen means to ease or to soften. Huruful leen are pronounced very softly for about 2 seconds. Ya and waw with sukoon signs and preceding letter carrying fatha sign will be pronounced like this. For example, in yawmiddin, if we say yawmiddin, it will be incorrect. Yawmiddin. These are also called gliding vowels because they produce a gliding sound. Similarly, in alayhim, it is not alayhim, alayhim. So this is also one of the rule which will elongate the sound glidingly for 2 seconds. Tashdid, stressing. Mushaddad means hardened, and this letter should be stressed approximately in the pronunciation for 2 seconds. A letter carrying tashdid sign is called a mushaddad letter, and it helps to join with previous vowel letter. In Arabic writing system, a letter with shadda sign means that this letter is written twice in succession. First with sukoon sign and the other with a vowel sound. For example, in rabbi, it is rab-bi. Ba with sukoon sign and b with a kasra. So the sound would be rabbi. If we pronounce it rabbi, it would be incorrect. Then comes madda saghira and madda kabira, small mad and big mad. Small mad is prolonged for 3 to 5 seconds, and big mad is prolonged for 4 to 6 seconds. Small mad example is, for example, bima unzila. And in Surah Al-Fatiha, the last word is Madda Kabira, example of Madda Kabira. وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. Now, just to recap, prolonging and shortening each letter according to the rules, any muharrak letter would be 1 second, but any long vowel would be 2 seconds. Ba, and madda saghira would be 3 to 5 seconds. Ba, and madda kabira would be 4 to 6 seconds. Ba. Remember that it depends on the way you are reciting the Holy Quran. If you are doing morning recitation, which is a quicker one, it will not be very long stretches. But if you are reciting Holy Quran on stage in front of people, then it would be in lehen, and that lehen will decide that it would be 6 seconds, 4 seconds, or 6 seconds. So these rules depend on the way you are reciting. Now that we have learned just a few examples of the most important rules, now let us apply these rules on some of the very mispronounced words in Salat. This part of the presentation is in Urdu, and my colleague Rafi Ahmad Shah Nawaz Saab will take you from here and take you through some of the mispronounced words and how to pronounce them correctly. Rafi Saab?
जी, अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। जब हम नमाज पढ़ते हैं तो बास नमाज में गलतियां ऐसी होती हैं जो हमारे इल्म में नहीं होती, तो आज उनके मतलब इंशाअल्लाह ताला मैं कुछ आपके सामने बयान करूंगा। सबसे पहले है अल्लाहु अकबर। जब भी अल्लाह के नाम से पहले हर्फ पर ज़बर होगी, फतह होगी, तो अल्लाह का नाम पुर करके पढ़ा जाएगा। किसी और लाम को इस तरह पुर करके नहीं पढ़ा जाएगा, सिर्फ अल्लाह के नाम की जो लाम होगी उसको पुर करके पढ़ा जाएगा। इसके अलावा अकबर, ये काफ बारीक थिन लेटर है, तो अकबर ना हो, यहाँ कलकला नहीं होना चाहिए, और ना ही अल्लाहु अकबर, ना ही वकबर हो और ना ही बर, अल्लाहु अकबर, ये है इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़। इससे आगे है, जब हम नमाज पढ़ते हैं तो बाद दफ़ा सुब्हानकल्लाहुम्मा व बिहम्दिका जल्दी जल्दी में ना सुब्हानकल्लाहुम्मा, तो ये इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़ है सुब्हानकल्लाहुम्मा, क्योंकि लाम पर तशदीद और साथ खड़ी ज़बर है, तो आगे मीम पर तशदीद है और बा पर कलकला होगा। इसके आगे चलते हैं। नेक्स्ट जो है, आमतौर पर जब वतबारा कस्मों का, तो ये वतबारा नहीं है, वतबारा कस्मों का, वतबारा कस्मों का, यानी वतबारा नहीं है। वाओ पर 1 सेकंड का रूल है, जबर है, ता पर भी, और बा के साथ अलिफ है, व तबारा, रा पुर करके वतबारा कस्मों का। आगे वताला जद्दों का, ये भी इसकी गलत तलफ़्फ़ुज़ है, वताला जद्दों का, क्योंकि आन के साथ जबर के साथ अलिफ है, आगे लाम पर खड़ी जबर है, तो वताला, ये इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़ होगा। आगे चलते हैं। आमतौर पर ना वला इलाहा गैरु, तो जो वला इलाहा नहीं है, हर साउंड जो है ना क्लियर सुनाई देना चाहिए, यानी आपको समझ आनी चाहिए। वला, ये आवाज ऊपर जा रही है, वला ई जेर जो नीचे के बाद है, इसको मिक्स नहीं होना चाहिए। वला इलाहा, लाम पर छोटी मद है, मद सगीरा, तो 3 से 4 सेकंड, वला इलाहा, तो ये है इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़। आगे है अल्हम्दु, तो अल कुरान करीम में जहां भी लाम पर जज़म होगी, उसको कभी उसके ऊपर स्टे नहीं करना, उसकी आवाज को लंबी नहीं करना, अल नहीं करना, हमेशा लाम जज़म 1 सेकंड, 1 काउंट, सिर्फ अल, फिनिश। आगे हम, यहाँ हमदु नहीं होगा क्योंकि मीम पर अगर सुकून की अलामत है, जज़म है, तो इसका लंबी आवाज करने के सिर्फ दो ही पॉइंट हैं, या तो मीम के बाद मीम हो, फिर मीम की आवाज लंबी होगी, मीम मुशद्दद होता है आमतौर पे, और या मीम के बाद बा हो। इसके अलावा कहीं भी मीम साकिन को मीम पर जदम होगी, आवाज को लंबा नहीं करना, अलहम्दु या अलहम्दु, ये भी नहीं, अलहम्दु, अलहम्दु। आगे इसके मालिकी, तो ये मीम पर खड़ी जबर है, वर्टिकल फतह, तो इसे 2 सेकंड लंबी करेंगे, मालिकी। अगर हम इसे कह देंगे जल्दी में मालिकी यौमिद्दीन, तो मालिकी के मानी और हैं और मालिकी के मानी और हैं। तो इसे ना तो ली की आवाज लंबी हो ना की, सिर्फ मा की आवाज 2 सेकंड लंबी करेंगे और ली और की 1-1 सेकंड, मालिकी। आगे ये देखिए, अभी जैसे कि बताया गया, जब भी वाओ और या, 2 हरफ याद रखें आप, 2 हरूफ, इनसे पहले हरफ पर जब भी जबर होगी, फतह होगी, तब उस वक्त ये दोनों हरूफ लीन कहलाएंगे। यानी लीन का मतलब नरमी से इसकी अदायगी होगी, यानी सीधा यौमिद्दीन नहीं पढ़ेंगे बल्कि यौमिद्दीन। तो ये इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़ है। आगे चलते हैं। हाँ जी, ये है या पर तशदीद है, तो हर मुशद्दद हरफ उसके 2 एक्शन होते हैं। पहले अलिफ के नीचे ज़ेर और सा या पर जदामगी इज, फिर उसका जो उसका अपना जो हरकत है उसकी जबर, और इया उसके साथ अलिफ है, तो इया का, तो इया का नहीं, ना ही इया का, इया का, यानी सुनने वालों को आपके दोनों स्टेप बकायदा सुनाई दें। इया का की आवाज शॉर्ट और इया 2 सेकंड लंबी करके पढ़ेंगे। आगे हाँ जी, यहाँ पर आमतौर पे कॉमन मिस्टेक होती है, नाबदो या नाबदो या नाबदो, तो आइन पर जब जज़म होगी तो ये इसको अदा करना है, बकायदा साउंड है ये आइन पर सुकून की अलामत, ये होगा ना बुदू, तो ना तो बू की आवाज लंबी होगी ना दू की, इसके अलावा ना बुदू भी नहीं होगा, यानी हमजा ना बने इसका, और ना ही ये मिस हो, यानी ना बुदो समझो आइन मिस हो गई। अगर कहें ना अबुदू तो ये हमजा की अदायगी हुई, ये होगा नरमी के साथ ना बुदू, और आइन अपनी जगह से हरकत नहीं करे, स्वाय कलकला के जो हरूफ हैं 5 कौफ ता बा जीम दाल, उनके ऊपर जब जज़म होगी तो वो हरूफ अपनी जगह से हरकत करेंगे, कलकला होगा, लेकिन कोई और हरफ जिस पर सुकून की अलामत हो अपनी जगह से हरकत ना करे, जब जोड़ा जाए तो होगा ना बुदू, ना अबुदू बिना हो, 2 आवाज़ें ना है इसकी, ना बुदू। आगे चलते हैं। यहां बिना हा पर जन्म है तो हा अपनी जगह हिलनी चाहिए, एह, सिर्फ एक आवाज नहीं चाहिए, एक स्टेप, एह दी, एह दी, एह दी, ये गलत है, ना ही एहे होना चाहिए ना ही दी की आवाज मिलनी चाहिए, एह दी। आगे अनअमता, और नून साकिन पर जब नून साकिन यानी जब नून पर जज़म होगी, तो अगर इसके बाद अगला हरफ हरूफ हल्किया में से अलिफ हमजा हा खा आइन गाइन 6 लेटर याद रखें, ये अगर नून साकिन के बाद होंगे तो हमेशा आवाज क्लियर और शॉर्ट और 1 सेकंड। अन अमता, मीम का मैं रूल आपको पहले बता दिया था, अन अमता, तो ये अन अमता नहीं होगा, हर नून को गुना नहीं करेंगे, रूल के मुताबिक इसको अप्लाई करेंगे तो फिर इसके माने सही होंगे। तो अन अमता, ता के बाद भी लंबे ना हो, और साथ ता पर जो फतह है जबर है उसको चेंज भी न किया जाए, अन अमता। आगे यहां जो आमतौर पे गलती सुनने में आती है, वलद्दॉलीन, यानी दो सेपरेट पढ़ा जाता है और लीन सेपरेट पढ़ा जाता है, लेकिन क्योंकि दुआत पर तशदीद है और साथ फतह है, साथ मद है और साथ अलिफ है, तो ये मद कबीरा है, बड़ी मद है, और लाम पर तशदीद है, तो सारा लोड पहले आप समझे कि लाम तक हमने आना है, वलद्दॉल, लाम तक आके लाम को फिर थोड़ा सा प्रेस करके उसका साउंड निकालें, लीन, यानी लाम पर थोड़ी देर के लिए रुक जाएं, उसको समझ चिपक गई है जबान के साथ। वलद्दॉलीन, और ये दो थिक लेटर है, मोटी आवाज होगी इसकी। वलद्दॉलीन, और मद की वजह से 4 से 6 सेकंड बाद हम लंबी कर सकते हैं इसकी। आगे चलते हैं। हाँ जी, ये है तावुज़ का लफ्ज़। शुरू में आऊज़ु आमतौर पर पढ़ा जाता है, आऊज़ु ना हो, इसका होगा आ, अलिफ पर फतह है, जबर आ, 1 सेकंड, आइन पर दम्मा पेश है, वाव पर जज़म है, ऊ आ ऊ, यानी अलिफ आ के बाद ऊ जो हो आइन की अदायगी हो, ऊ भी ना हो, हमदा की अदायगी ना हो, आऊज़ु। उसके बाद आगे है, जब पढ़ते हैं मिनश शैतान, ये तो जो है ये गलत है, क्योंकि तो थिक लेटर है, तो मिनश शै भी नहीं होगा, मिनश शै तो अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, तो ये होगा इसका साउंड। आगे है, जब हम नमाज में रुकू में पढ़ते हैं सुभान रब्बिल अज़ीम, सुभान रब्बिल अज़ीम, तो ये रब्बिल अज़ीम नहीं, रब्बी यल अज़ीम, सुभान रब्बी यल अज़ीम, तो ये इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़ है। आगे चलते हैं। बाद दफ़ा इस तलफ़्फ़ुज़ सुनने में आता है समिअल्लाहु लिमन हमिदा, तो ये हमिदा नहीं होगा, हा मी दा, हमिदा हु है, तो जब वक्फ होगा तो हा पर उल्टी पेश जज़म लगेगी, हमिदा, समिअल्लाहु लिमन हमिदा। तो आगे चलते हैं। यह भी जिस तरह सुभान रब्बिल अला, सुभान रब्बिल अला, तो पहले तो हुक्म है कि जब नमाज आप पढ़ें तो आपको यकीन हो कि आप खुदा को देख रहे हैं, तो अगर नहीं तो कम से कम ये जरूर हो, आपको यकीन हो कि खुदा आपको देख रहा है। तो फिर जब ये सूरत हाल होगी तो हम नमाज संवार कर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता पढ़ेंगे तो तलफ़्फ़ुज़ भी इंशाल्लाह दुरुस्त हो जाएगा। तो ये भी है सुभान रब्बी यल आला, सुभान रब्बिल अला, सुभान रब्बिल अला, ऐसे नहीं, गर्दान नहीं गिननी, बल्कि सुकून से इसकी जो साउंड है वो अदा करनी है। सुभान रब्बी यल आला, आइन की पर जज़म है, तो आला ये है इसका सही साउंड। हाँ जी, ये भी अत्तहियातो, तेरी में बदनाम पड़ता है अत्तहियातो लिल्लाह, तो अत्तहियातो, हा के नीचे कसरा है, ज़ेर है, लेकिन बाद दफ़ा इल्म ना होने की वजह से अत्तहियातो, तो ता पर तशदीद है, अत्तहियातो, अत्तहियातो लिल्लाही, तो ये है इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़। आगे है अय्युहन नबियो, तो अय्युहन नबियो नहीं है, अय्यु पहला साउंड, अय्यु, हन्ना दूसरा साउंड, फिर बिय्यु, अय्युहन नबिय्यु, तो अय्युहा नहीं होगा क्योंकि नून पर तशदीद आ गई, तो दरमियान वाले जो ब्लैंक लेटर सारे वो साइलेंट हो जाएंगे, तो अय्युहन, नून पर तशदीद है, 2 सेकंड गुना करेंगे, तो अय्युहन नबी यूं नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि या पर जज़म नहीं है कि बी करें, या पर तशदीद है, फौरी बा के नीचे जो ज़ेर है उसको या के साथ हिट करेंगे, या को हिट करेंगे, तो ये होगा अय्युहन नबिय्यु, ये है इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़। तो ये जो लफ्ज़ है आमतौर पे हम जब एक दूसरे को सलाम करते हैं तो अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू, तो एक तो ये है कि व बरकातुहू नहीं होगा, जब आखिर पे जो होगा, ये जब वक़्फ़ होगा व बरकातुहू, इसके अलावा अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि, रा पर फतह है, वो आगे इंशाल्लाह आएगा लफ्ज़, ये मैंने बता दिया आपको, व बरकातुहू जी। अस्सलामु अलैना, तो अस्सलामु अलैना नहीं है, क्योंकि अस्सलामु अलैना, लाम के बाद या जो हरूफ़े लीना लई, और नून पर फतह यानी ज़बर के साथ अलिफ है, तो 2 सेकंड इसकी आवाज़ होगी, अस्सलामु अलैना, तो ये है इसका सही तलफ़्फ़ुज़। हाँ जी, यहाँ भी आमतौर पे गलती होती है, अज़ान के दौरान भी और नमाज में भी हो सकती है, यानी अशहदु अन ला इलाहा, तो पहले तो अशहदु नहीं है जी, अशहदु, अशहदु 3 साउंड है 1-1 सेकंड के, अशहदु। उसके बाद नून साकिन के बाद जब लाम आ जाए या रा आ जाए, इसके ऊपर तशदीद हो, तो फिर ये गुन्ना नहीं होता, नून टोटली साइलेंट हो जाएगी। अशहदु अल्लाह, और इसके बाद अशहदु अल्लाह इलाहा नहीं, अशहदु अल्लाह इलाहा, यानी हर साउंड सेपरेट निखरा निखरा, दूसरे को भी अगर आप उदाहरण दे रहे हैं समझ आए और आपको महसूस हो कि आप बड़े अच्छे तरीके से अदायगी कर रहे हैं। अशहदु अल्लाह इलाहा, तो ये है इसका सही साउंड। हाँ जी, ये है जब हम दुरूद शरीफ पढ़ते हैं तो हम कहते हैं अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन वाला आले मुहम्मदिन, तो मुहम्मदिन वाला आले मुहम्मदिन नहीं, बल्कि मोहम्मद जो दाल की तनवीन है, दाल के नीचे दो जेर हैं, डबल कसरा है और वाव पर है तशदीद, तो ये जब भी तनवीन के बाद नेक्स्ट लेटर वाव या दो लेटर याद रखें, जब ये होंगे तो गुन्ना के साथ आवाज आएगी मुहम्मदिन व अला, अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आले मुहम्मदिन। तो बाद दफा ना जब रुका जाता है तो मुहम्मदिन कह दिया जाता है, तो वहां पर मोहम्मद दिन नहीं होगा, बल्कि अगर वक्फ करेंगे तो ये होगा अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मदिन व अला आलि मुहम्मद। तो आगे चलते हैं। बा रक्ता, तो ये काफ बरीक आवाज में होगा, बा 2 सेकंड का रूल, रक्ता बा रक्ता, यानी रक 1 सेकंड और ता भी 1 सेकंड, बा रक्ता। आगे यहाँ भी आमतौर पे बहुत कॉमन मिस्टेक होती है, रब्बी जालनी भी, तो ये है रब्बी जालनी नहीं है, पहला साउंड ही रब्बिज, जीम तक जा रहा है, जीम पर कलकला, रब्बिज अल नी की आवाज क्योंकि या पर जन्म है, तो रब्बिज अल नी, तो रब्बिज अल नी 2 जगह गलती हो रही है, रब्बी एक तो अलहदा पढ़ा जाए और दूसरे पर अलनी को शॉर्ट कर दिया जाए, तो रब्बिज अलनी, तो ये है इसका सही तलफ़ुज़। आगे चलते हैं। यहाँ पर जो होता है कि मुकीमुस्सलाती, तो मुकीमुस्सलाती मीम पर दम्मा या पेश नहीं है बल्कि ज़बर या फतह है, तो ये है मुकीमुस्सलाती, स्वाद थिक लेटर, मुकीमुस्सला, ला को गोल नहीं करना, क्योंकि मैंने बताया था कि अल्लाह के नाम जो लाम है वहां पर हम देखना है कि उसको गोल करना है कि बारीक करना है, तो ये होगा मुकीमुस्सलाती, तो ये है इसका सही तलफ़ुज़। आगे चलते हैं। ज़ुर्रियती बढ़ा जाता है बाद दफा ज़ुर्रियती, तो ज़ुर्रिया, तो ये हो गया ज़ुर्रिया ती, पहला साउंड होगा ज़ुर्रिया, 3 हरूफ मिलके बनेगा साउंड, ज़ुर्रिया ती। आगे नेक्स्ट है रब, देखने में रब्बा ना है, तो रब्बा ना नहीं होगा, रब्बा नगफिरली, यहाँ रब्बा नगफिरली नहीं, ली की आवाज लंबी होगी यहाँ पर जन्म की वजह से, रब्बा नगफिरली। आगे है नेक्स्ट लेटर, हाँ जी, यहाँ पर वाले दैया, तो ये गलत तलफ़ुज़ है, वाले दैया, वाली दैया, तो वाली दैया, ये इसका साउंड है सही जो तलफ़ुज़ होगा। इसके बाद आगे चलते हम। जी मैं जैसे अर्ज की थी कि वरहमतुल्लाह नहीं होता, वरहमतुल्लाह हमेशा रा पर फतह है, तो अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाह, तो ये है इसका सही तलफ़ुज़। जज़ाकुमुल्लाह अहसन जज़ा। अब मैं माइक देता हूँ जनाब मोइज साहब, उनको ईमान अल्लाह साहब की खिदमत में।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. By the grace of Allah, me and my team, Talimul-Quran, feel greatly privileged and honored to be invited in Middlesex region for Talimul-Quran or the Holy Qur'an Symposium, virtual symposium. Now, according to the program, as we have just listened to a presentation about the correct pronunciation of words, Quranic words which are we recite or we read in Salat. And if we read and offer our Salat with correct pronunciation, then it will definitely help us to read out the words of the Qur'an from start to end in better way, because these are the words which are repeated many times in itself in the text of the Holy Quran. So the main purpose of reading the Holy Quran or learning the Holy Quran or teaching the Holy Quran is to recite in the presence of Allah specially, and that presence is basically in the Salat. That is why, according to a saying of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a recitation in Salat is more rewarding than the recitation, the Qiraat outside Salat. And we find the holy practice, the blessed practice of our Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he used to recite the Holy Quran, the short chapters as well, the middle-sized chapters, and the longest chapters, even Surah al-Baqarah and Surah Ali Imran, in night prayers and also in different parts of their prayer. Now, in previous symposiums, in our virtual visits to different regions, we made different presentation, and especially after this Salat presentation, this which you have just listened to from Mueed Sahib and Rafi Shah Sahib, Shahnawaz Sahib, I used to focus on some recitational points in the Holy Quran, but all these recordings are available on YouTube, because all our virtual symposiums, they are recorded, and after that they are uploaded. So if you go to YouTube, you just on the search panel, say NQC classes or Quran classes NQC, you will find that on top of that, it will come. Now, in the class recordings as well, you can find here as well on this website. So, as I mentioned, that the recitation of the Holy Quran in Salat or after Salat or related to Salat or in the hours of Salat, that is very, very important. So my today's presentation is about Qur'an al-Fajr. Qur'an al-Fajr, and that is the verse, Surah Bani Israel, chapter 17 and verse number 79. This is the fundamental verse, or the main verse, the focal verse of the Holy Quran, which invites our attention to be mindful of our 5 daily prayers and also the recitation of the Holy Quran at dawn. You can see here that Qur'an al-Fajr has been repeated, has been revealed twice, and it shows its emphasis and importance and significance. Now the translation of this in Urdu, this is from Tafsir Sagir on top. तू सूरज के ढलने के वक्त से लेकर रात के खूब तारीक हो जाने के वक्त तक मुख्तलिफ घड़ियों में नमाज को उम्दगी से अदा किया कर, और सुबह के वक्त या सुबह के वक्त कुरान के पढ़ने को भी लाजिम समझ। सुबह के वक्त कुरान का पढ़ना यकीनन अल्लाह के हुजूर में एक मकबूल अमल है। फिर तर्जुमतुल कुरान हज़रत खलीफतुल मसीह रहमतुल्लाह ताला, आप इसका तर्जुमा यूं बयान फरमाते हैं, सूरज के ढलने से शुरू होकर रात के छा जाने तक नमाज को कायम कर और फज्र की तिलावत को अहमियत दे। यानी कुरान जो फज्र के वक़्त पढ़ना है, फज्र की तिलावत को अहमियत दे। यकीनन फज्र को कुरान पढ़ना ऐसा है कि उसकी गवाही दी जाती है। तो कोई रिकॉर्ड करता है, लिखता है, तभी उसकी गवाही दी जाती है अल्लाह ताला के हुजूर या इंसान के अमाल नामे। And the translation of this we can find here: observe prayer, meaning establish, be mindful with all conditions as required for offering the prayer. Observe prayer at the declining and paling of the sun. This is basically the meaning of Dulook-Ashamsi, onto the darkness of the night, which is ghasaq al-layl. And the recitation of the Qur'an, basically Qur'an al-Fajr, in prayer. Remember, in prayer, that is italics, means it is understood. But the words are not salat, it's a Qur'an al-Fajr, recitation of the Qur'an. In prayer at dawn. So al-Fajr has been translated as dawn. And verily the recitation of the Holy Quran, of the Quran at dawn, is especially acceptable to God. All noble deeds are acceptable to God. Allah accepts them, multiplies those deeds with the blessings. And according to one verse of the Holy Quran, Man ja'a bil hasanati falahu ashru amthaliha. The one who brings one noble deed, he will be given 10 counts of reward. And there are many traditions, many sayings of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where Huzur also pointed out this point. Even reading the one word of the Holy Quran, one meaningful word of the Holy Quran, harf, which is called, is 10 times Allah Ta'ala gives the blessings, and even more. That is the minimum. Now we go to the words, 3 layers of meanings of Dulook-Ashamsi. Now the verse which is in focus is Aqim as-salata li Dulook-Ashamsi ila ghasaq al-layl. Now according to lexicon, the dictionary, Arabic dictionary, 3 layers of meaning of the 2 words Dulook-Ashamsi. 2 words but 3 meaning. First meaning is that when the sun declined from the meridian, from the midday, its zenith on the climax, and especially in the hot countries where the weather is hot and the sun is shining, this could be understood very well. Maybe not here in the Western where the sun is not, especially in the winter. But this meaning, the first, when sun from the morning, it goes up and it reaches its climax, and after that it goes down. And this is the very first meaning of that. The sun declined from the meridian. Number 2, it became yellow. We know that when it loses its hotness and intensity, and the shadows are coming, and the comfortable situation as compared to the midday. And number 3 is it set, meaning is when it is out of the horizon, and the start of evening, and al-layl, the night. So Dulook-Ashamsi has 3 meanings, that there are 3 stages, and basically these 3 stages start from Dhuhr prayer, Asr, and Maghrib. And then the next important words are ghasaq al-layl, because in that verse number 79, chapter 17, and it has 2 layers of meanings of ghasaq al-layl. Ghasaq means the darkness of the night, or when redness in the horizon after sunset disappears. So it shows after ghurub there is when there is darkness of night. And if the first three, the words Dulook-Ashamsi covers Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, this Ghasaq al-Layl definitely towards Isha prayer. Now, it is important for you to note that the Sunnah, the prophetic way and practice and his saying, explanation are very, very important and significant to understand the message of the Quran, the real purport of the revelation. We find that there are only two prayers have been mentioned by name. One is Salatul Fajr and second one Salatul Isha, where the word Salah, Salatul Fajr or Salatul Isha has been mentioned in Surah An-Nur. Other, for example, Dhuhr prayer or Asr or Maghrib with the word Salat, we do not find that. Though we can find different words, Arabic words in the Quran, which point out or invite our attention or the researchers to conclude the meaning. Or in a broader sense, for example, wal asr, innal insana lafi khusr. But here, wal asr, is a by time, in a broad category it has been used. But where's the word, the Salatul Fajr or Salatul Isha, or we cannot find Salatul Asr or Salatul, though we find that Salatul Wusta, it has been interpreted. So this is the Dulook-Ashamsi ila Ghasaq al-Layl points out four prayers, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. And Ghasaq al-Layl also, when night or darkness spreads, it also covers a prayer after that, that after sunset. So in a word, we can say that definitely Dhuhr and Asr prayer comes Dulook-Ashamsi, and when its sun sets is after that is the Maghrib time. But Ghasaq al-Layl, ila Ghasaq al-Layl, that the word includes as well the Maghrib, and the importance of Maghrib also highlighted. And we find that if there is a Dulook-Ashamsi, Dhuhr and Asr could be combined traditionally, meaning according to the practice of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And that is why ila Ghasaq al-Layl, Maghrib and Isha also can be combined. Other prayers cannot be combined. So Dulook-Ashamsi, Dhuhr, Asr could be combined in certain circumstances. Ila Ghasaq al-Layl, Maghrib and Isha could be combined, but not Fajr and Dhuhr or Isha and Fajr or similar other combinations. Now we come to the Qur'an al-Fajr. We're talking about Aqim as-Salata, establish the prayer, observe the prayer. Dulook-Ashamsi ila Ghasaq al-Layl wa Qur'an al-Fajr. It has been singled out with these words. The meaning of al-Qur'an, the name of the revealed book, the book of Islam, the Arabic book, the revelation which was revealed to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, its proper name and the most well-known name, or in other words, you can say a proper name is al-Qur'an. Over 50 times it has appeared in the Quran. So that is the name of the revealed book, and its attributive name, what is inside the al-Qur'an, the word, is also means the recitation. The meaning of Quran, the recitation. That is why in the translation, it has been translated recitation of the Quran. Recitation of the Quran in English translation. And the third meaning is which is often repeated. That is also Quran, which is repeated all the time in all hours of the day, because it is related to different time zones, and the Holy Quran is recited in every hour of the day. We can find right now the more is more manifested, and also because it is recited in the prayer, outside the prayer, in every congregation, is a main source of Islamic life. So one of the meaning is that one as well. So meaning of the verse 79 is that this verse seems to denote the hours of the 5 daily prayers. The 3 meanings of Duluk indicate the times of afternoon prayer, Dhuhr, the late afternoon prayer, Asr, and the sunset, meaning the Maghrib prayer. The expression Ghasaq al-Layl includes the time of the sunset prayer, but particularly refers to the night prayer. Okay, sunset prayer means this expression also involves that sunset prayer, which is Maghrib, but particularly refers to the night prayer because Ghasaq al-Layl, more, the words Qur'an al-Fajr then indicate the hour of the morning prayer. Remember here the word hour. It's not one time, particular time, hour, Qur'an al-Fajr. I think that will be more clear when we come to this one. First of all, I'll give you a brief explanation of this one. What is the significance of Qur'an al-Fajr? This is a hadith of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is taken from Tirmizi Kitab Excellence, book of excellences of the Holy Quran, on the authority of Kathir bin Murra al-Khadrami, and with the riwayah of Uqba bin Amir, narrated from there. जिसमें ये फरमाया कि कुरान करीम को जाहिर करके पढ़ने वाला जाहिर तौर पर सदका देने वाले की तरह है, और कुरान करीम को छुपा कर पढ़ने वाला खुफिया तौर पर सदका देने वाले की तरह है. Now in the Holy Quran, Allah Ta'ala says, يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ, and also in some, سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً, that one of the attributes of the believers that they spend in the cause of Allah, in the way of Allah, openly and secretly, in the night time or in the daytime, meaning in their prosperity or in, God forbid, in the time of adversity, in hardship, in the easy circumstances, easy surroundings, circumstances. Now here, say the Holy Quran, Zahir Tor par, the one who recites the Holy Quran loudly is as he is contributing, giving sadaqah or charity openly, like a, alaniya. And one who recites the Holy Quran in private chamber or some, basically, on his own, when he or she finds the time, is like he is giving or she is giving charity or sadaqah or spending in the way of Allah, sirran, meaning secretly. And I like to invite your attention towards Qur'an al-Fajr on this hours of night and day, that this is the man, he was a very learned man, is very expert in the language of the Arabic. And hours of night and day. Now in Arabic language, each hour, we know that in other civilizations and other developed civilizations, for example, the Roman or Egyptian or other parts of the world, the day has been divided into 24 hours. And if you open the Bible, especially when there is a crucifixion of Jesus Christ, alayhi salam, has mentioned, they say, and on the 3rd day he was crucified. In some other gospels say it was the 6th hour, 3rd hour he was crucified, or it was 6th hour when he was crucified. So they just say 1st hour, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. There is no particular name. Only the name say this is a morning, this is afternoon, late afternoon, or this is evening. There's a broad category. This is the only Arabic language where each hour has been identified or given a particular name for that one. And this learned man, Abu Mansur al-Tha'albi, he was passed away in 429 al-Hijrah. You know, in the Hijri calendar, 429 he passed away. He authored this book, Fiqhul Lughati wa Asrarul Arabiya, meaning understanding of the language and secrets of the Arabic. Fiqhul Lughati wa Asrarul Arabiya. And in his book, based on the traditions and all the literature, he categorically pointed out the hours of day and night on 24 words. And these are the words offers of the day. And I have just, because this is in Arabic, all that paragraph, for you to understand who are listening to me, I have highlighted with this maroon color, the words which shows the, you know, these hours of day. Now we start from Ash-Shuruk, Al-Bukur, Al-Ghadat. Wow, is, you know, this is silent. Al-Duha, you know what Duha wal-Layli is. Al-Hajira, Al-Zahira. And you can find other, you know, Al-Asil, Al-Ashi, Al-Ghurub. The point for you to understand is that the Holy Quran, I have researched that not less than 14 or 15 times, 14 times, the Holy Quran does mention these hours of day and night in different verses of the Holy Quran. For example, Al-Ghurub, the word has been used in the Quran. قبل طلوع الشمس وقبل الغروب العشي وسبح بالعشي والإبكار and الظهيرة ثيابكم من الظهيرة, and similarly others والضحى والليل بكرة وأصيلا. And also if the not the exact word, even, you know, the words which denote to that, which points to that particular, they have been mentioned. And here are the hours of the night. Ash-Shafaq, Al-Ghasaq, we are right, you know, ila ghasaq al-layli. This is the second hour of the night. And Az-Zulfa, As-Sehr, you see, we say that Sehri khaya karo. Ramadan mein, in Tasahharu, As-Sehr, wal-Mustaghfirina bil-Ashar. And then the 10th hour is Al-Fajr. 11th hour is As-Subh. And the final was As-Sabah. And we say that in the morning, it is a common practice in Arabic that Sabah al-Khair, good morning, sir. So Al-Fajr is the 10th hour of night. And after that, we say that As-Subh, and then, you know, is time comes when another namaz is come. So these are the hours of day and night. And this is 1 hour. Now the focus is that Qur'an al-Fajr, that you should be mindful, or reader of the Holy Quran, or listener of the Holy Quran, or follower of the Holy Quran, mindful of recitation of Fajr, Fajr hour. And recitation of Fajr, the focal point is Salat al-Fajr. As I mentioned, that all our endeavors and our efforts basically to be present of ourselves in the presence of Almighty Allah in the form of the prayer, Salat. Now, this is from Tafsir Kabir, volume 4, page number 373 and 374. हुजूर फरमाते हैं, इन्ना कुरान अल-फज्र काना मशहूदा। अहादीस में आता है कि आ हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया कि सुबह की नमाज के वक्त दिन के फरिश्ते आते हैं और रात के फरिश्ते चले जाते हैं। यानी फजर के वक्त जब कुरान की तिलावत करनी है, वो फरिश्ते जब खुदा के पास जाते हैं तो दरियाफ्त करने पर कहते हैं कि हम जब दुनिया में गए तो तेरे बंदों को नमाज पढ़ते ही देखा और वापस आए हैं तो नमाज पढ़ते ही छोड़ कर आए हैं। यानी जब हमारी ड्यूटीज, when we were exchanging our duties, the angels of night and day, we went to at the Fajr time, and that hour the believers were reciting the Holy Quran. were in the prayer. And this hadith from there that malaikatul layli wa malaikatul nahar وہ گواہی دیتے ہیں. اینڈ صبح کی نماز خاص طور پر اللہ تعالیٰ کے سامنے پیش کی جاتی ہے. دا مارننگ پریئر in congregational morning prayer especially, and if there are circumstances or not, for example, a person is in the traveling or is not, only one is there, there is no other that he could come, be in a congregation, so that is another situation. But صبح کی نماز خاص طور پر اللہ تعالیٰ کے سامنے پیش کی. morning prayer salat al-Fajr is especially presented to Almighty for the reward, اور خاص ہی طور پر سے مقبول ہوتی ہے, and it is specially acceptable, accepted and rewarded. کیوں ہوتی ہے؟ کیونکہ اس وقت انسان میٹھی نیند کو چھوڑ کر اٹھتا ہے. صبح کی نماز دراصل عام مسلمان کی تہجد ہی کی نماز ہے. عام مسلمان ہے, there are so many, there are levels of ایمان. فرمایا کہ یہ سٹارٹنگ پوائنٹ ہے کہ اگر ایک آدمی انسان جو ہے وہ صبح کی نماز کا خیال رکھے تو وہی اس کی تہجد ہے. جو صبح کی نماز پڑھنے کا عادی ہے پراپر ٹائم پہ, اللہ تعالیٰ اس کو توفیق دے گا کہ وہ پھر اگلے سٹیپ کی طرف جائے گا, جس میں وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَہَجَّدْ بھی, جو ورس نمبر 80 ہے. تو فرمایا کہ صبح کی نماز دراصل عام مسلمان کی تہجد کی نماز ہے. لا شبہ جو انسان صبح کی نماز پڑھے گا, اگر اس نے وہ نماز ایمانداری سے پڑھی ہوگی تو باقی نمازیں بھی اس کے لیے آسان ہو جائیں گی. میننگ the one who observes the morning prayer, the Qur'an al-Fajr, the Fajr prayer, then the other Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Isha will be easy for him or her to offer. So that is another important. اب یہاں پہ جو بات ہے, ابھی ہم صدقے کی بات کر رہے تھے, تو یہ حضرت خلیفۃ المسیح رابع رحمہ اللہ کا یہ آپ کے سامنے 3 دسمبر 1999, this is an extract. فرمایا اب قرآن کریم کو ظاہر طور پر جو پڑھا جاتا ہے, بات یہ ہے کہ صبح کے وقت قرآن کریم کی تلاوتیں بلند ہوں اپنے گھروں میں, اور کثرت کے ساتھ تلاوت کی گونج پھیلے. There should be an echo of the recitation of the Holy Quran in your homes wherever you are. یہ ظاہری صدقہ سے اس لیے مشابہ ہے کہ اس کو دیکھ کر قرآن کریم کی عادت پڑتی ہے, یعنی قرآن کریم کی تلاوت کی عادت پڑتی ہے. So basically morning recitation, when it is creating an echo in the home or wherever a person is there, is basically like a giving charity or spending in the way of Allah alaniya. کیونکہ اس کو اگلے دوسروں کو دیکھ کر other people they are motivated. فرمایا قادیان میں مجھے یاد ہے ہمیشہ صبح کے وقت نماز کے بعد بکثرت قرآن کریم کی تلاوت کی آوازیں آیا کرتی تھیں. کوئی گلی نہیں, کوئی محلہ نہیں جس کے کسی کوچے میں بھی قرآن کریم کی تلاوت کی آوازیں بلند نہ ہو رہی ہوں. اس کو دیکھ کر بچپن ہی سے قرآن کریم کی تلاوت کا شوق لوگوں کے دل میں پیدا ہوتا ہے. بس یہ وہ ایسا صدقہ ہے جو ظاہر میں دیا جائے مگر خدا کی خاطر دیا جاتا ہے, اس لیے اس کا بہت فائدہ پہنچتا ہے. تو meaning is that the Quran al-Fajr, yes, morning recitation, and we find that for example in the congregational prayers like Fajr, Maghrib and Isha, and other weekly, for example Surah Jumu'ah prayer, Friday prayers, the Holy Quran in which the prayer in which the Holy Quran is recited is Quran al-Fajr, even not the Friday prayer. Though the Friday prayer, the khutbah is long, and that is a admonition, and that is a like a lecture, is a advice, an advice. But the Sunnah, Suratul Ala and Al-Ghashiyah, which are not big surahs. But in the morning, we know that our, the big surahs are sometimes recited, at least 1 page or 2 page. I just remember now that in the time of Hazrat Mirza Wasim Ahmad Sahib, who was Amir in Qadian, I think it is some year back in 1990, when I was fortunate to visit Qadian in Jalsa. Hazrat Mia Sahib was the leader, was Imam in the Fajr prayer. And he recited Surah Qaf. I remember Surah Qaf, chapter number 50, which is basically 3 pages. Okay. And some other surahs at that time, the long surahs he used to recite. So the quantity wise, we can find that in the Fajr prayer, the bigger recitations is made. And especially after that, that is why I say in Qadian that after namaz ke baad, bakasrat, the people used to recite abundantly, in loudly, and the children, Huzur's, is his own experience. He is mentioning that, is telling us that के उसको देखकर ये ऐसे लोगों को, बच्चों को, बड़ों को जिसको नहीं भी कुरान कोई तवज्जो नहीं, उनको कुरान करीम की तिलावत की आदत पड़ती थी. और this is like is a charity, alaniya, is a when you are with a good intention giving that charity to motivate others and to come to. So that is the great part of the morning routines. And next, we find that if morning recitation is important, and that is the morning routines, that we should be mindful, the Fajr prayer on time, and as far as possible in congregation, where the mosque is there or Salat center, or now in this pandemic at home. Then the evening routine or the night routine is this, which is mentioned by Hazur Anwar Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr Aziz on 4th March 2005. फरमाया फिर सोते वक्त भी आप अपने आप को अल्लाह ताला की पनाह में देकर सोया करते थे, यानी नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम. चुनाचे उम्मुल मोमिनीन हजरत आयशा सिद्दीक़ा रदियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा बयान करती हैं कि नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम हर शब जब अपने बिस्तर पर जाते तो दोनों हाथों की हथेलियां मिलाते, यानी जैसे दुआ कर रहे हैं ऐसे मिलाते, फिर उनमें फूंकते और कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद यानी सूरतुल इखलास, कुल आउज़ु बिरब्बिल फलक, कुल आउज़ु बिरब्बिन नास पढ़ते. फिर जहां तक हो सकता अपने बदन पर हाथ मलते और आगाज सर और मुंह और जिस्म के अगले हिस्से से फरमाते और 3 दफा ऐसे ही करते. जो हुजूर अनवर अय्यदुल्लाह ताला बिन नस्र अजीज is mentioning the night routine, or you see is pre-sleep or going to sleep routine of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The morning routine, we find many examples of Huzur ﷺ, his companion, and the after that great tabi'in, taba tabi'in, and the elders of the ummah and the promised Messiah ﷺ, his companion and the khulafa. And here the night routine, that like Suratul Ikhlas, Suratul Falak, Suratul Nas, and blowing with those holy words in his hands, and then passing through all his body, and especially starting from his head, then the mouth, the face, and the front part of the body, and wherever it goes, the hand can, it could be passed, and it is repeated 3 times. So this is basically, we should be mindful of our morning routines and pre-sleep routines, night routines with regards to the recitation of the Holy Quran. And important that every prayer, it has its fragrance, but the fragrance of al-Fajr prayer, that should be spread out, and that is Quran al-Fajr. And Quran al-Fajr is so important that it is specially recorded in the register, and that is the time for revising the Holy Quran. Whatever you have memorized, any surah you can repeat multiple times. You can, if you like to memorize any portion, any verse of the Holy Quran, any paragraph, couple of verses, or that is the right time, because the person after sleep, وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا, is in a fresh, and that is a right time of the concentration. And we find that I remember my Hifz time, when we used to memorize in the night before going to sleep. And just after Fajr prayer, we want to revise that, whatever was memorized the last day, and it was fixed. It was fast. And then after that, we present our recitation to our teacher. So we should be take full benefit of that one, because it is very, very beneficial. And in this Aqim Salata li Dulook-Ashamsi Dalakot, a full package is given of whole day, the 5 daily prayers, and especially the morning routine. I remember I like to conclude my this presentation. I just remember one person, and he used to recite the Holy Quran before going out for work. Anything, you know, for a duty. He has a bicycle. He was a very poor person, young man, poor person, but he determined and made this decision that I will not go out without reciting the Holy Quran. He mentions to me 30 years back that I was out for the work, out of my home house, and I started my cycle and was going to work. And after half a mile, he just remembered that he missed his recitation, morning recitation. And he said, I can, if I go home, I could, if I recite the Holy Quran and go back to my duty, it is okay, I can manage that. He went back because he was just a common person, you know, not a memorizer. Maybe he has memorized only few chapters of the Holy Quran, but his routine was to do recitation of the Holy Quran on daily basis, some part. He went back and recited the Holy Quran, his morning portion, whatever he decided that I will recite one part or half part or what. And then he went to his duty. And that was his morning routine. And the innamal a'malu bin niyat, the deeds are judged by the motives. And after 30 years, the same person met me in Jalsa Salana, UK. And I remembered him, and he was quite a full of prosperity, prosperous person, quite, you know, from a poor status become to a quite in a easy and comfortable life he was leading there. And I just remembered that he was used to recite the Holy Quran. He sacrificed. He did not say, you know, going out, if some here is not cycles, we are going to, you know, using the cars. His bicycle at that time was like a means of transportation, like a car. Half a mile, he came back, and he recited, and then he went to that one. And maybe other noble deeds, but I just remember this person. He has no idea that in this region I am mentioning him, because I'm not mentioning his name. Allah knows his name. I know his that person's name, but I think it's yunfikuna amwalahum bil-layli wan-nahari sirran wa alaniya. And after 30 or 35 years, his mention is also getting a pension of that noble deed with regards to the recitation of the Holy Quran, and great change in a very good family. He was, you know, he was married and got children and good life. But I just remember that he was quite poor person, but he was quite used to determined that I will recite the Holy Quran. And definitely it helped him to seek the blessings of Almighty Allah in multiple ways. So that is the conclusion of my presentation, with the message that each and every person of us should be mindful of his morning routines and the evening routines, and to revising the Holy Quran. And if some reason you cannot recite the Holy Quran, no one stops you to listening to the Holy Quran, to recitation of the Holy Quran. Okay, thank you so much. Jazakumullah. And now back to Aman Sahib for the next class.
Okay, Jazakumullah, Hafiz Sahib. Thank you very much. I must say, Jazakumullah to Hafiz Saab, Moeed Saab, and Ravi Saab for very enlightening presentations today. And now we have listened also a summary of various correct recitation rules in early presentation. Based on these some common rules and some general questions, I have arranged a very simple multiple choice Quran quiz. And this is an anonymous quiz, and I would request all of you to take part. And I will read the question with 4 multiple choice answers on the slide, and then I will release a poll for you to choose your best answer, whichever you think is the best. Then I will share the percentage of your correct answer, and that correct percentage will be counted towards your regional aggregate total. So now, inshallah, we will start this quiz. The first question for you is, how many Arabic letters are sometimes recited with thick and sometimes with thin sound? We have clearly listened in the first presentation. The question for you is, how many Arabic letters are sometimes recited thick and sometimes recited thin sound? Is it 2, 3, 7, or 10? I'm going to release poll for you now. So please answer as quickly as possible. So then we will move to the next question. There are 4 options for you. The option 1 is 2, option 2 is 3 letters, option 3 is 7 letters, and option 4 is 10 letters. It's very easy. You have already listened in the presentation, and mostly you already know as well. So how many Arabic letters are sometimes conditionally thick and conditionally thin letters? So around 40% people have already answered. I will request you all just take part, just click your best answer. And then we will move to the next question. MashaAllah, Jazakumullah. And how many Arabic letters are sometimes thick and sometimes are thick sound? So I will end poll now and share the result with you. So 11% have given me the answer that there are 2 letters which are sometimes thick and thin, and 35% think there are 3, 50% think there are 7, and 4% think there are 10 letters which are. But the most popular answer is 50, and 50% I have answered there are 7 letters, but this is not correct. The right answer is 3. There are 3 letters which are sometimes thick and sometimes thick and sometimes thin letters. These are Alif, Lam, and Ra. So the correct percentage is 35%. So I'll stop the poll now. So move to the next question, easy question. As per rules of recitation, which letter is called a maksur letter? Very simple. A letter with fatha, or letter with kasra, or letter with sukoon, or letter with dhamma. Which letter is called a maksur letter? Simple question, and the 4 options for you are here. I'm going to release the poll now. Please answer. Just click option 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever you think is the correct answer. As per rules of recitation, we know that there are short vowels, fataha, kasra, and dhamma. But which letter is called a maksur letter? %40 have already decided, and quickly please. As per rules of recitation, which letter is called a maksur letter? Is it with a letter carrying fatha, a letter carries kasra, or a letter with sukoon, or a letter with dhamma sign? Pesh, zabar, zer, ya sukoon sign. So I'm going to end polling now. I'm going to share result with you. Okay. Now, The 27% have decided the letter, Maksur letter is which has got a fatha on it, and 32% have given me the answer that a letter with kasra, and 34% has given the letter with sukoon, and 7% have decided that a letter with dhamma is called a Maksur letter. And again, the most popular answer is a letter with sukoon, 34%, but again, this is not the right answer. 32% have given me the right answer, which is a letter with kasra is called a Maksur letter. Now, move to the next question. Easy question next now. How many letters are called haruful leen? There are 2 letters, there are 3 letters, 4 letters, or 5 letters. How many letters are called haruful leen? Question number 3 for you. I'm going to launch the poll now. You can be easy answer. Just select your favorite answer. Option 1, option 2, option 3, or option 4. There are 3 letters, 2 letters, 4 letters, or 5 letters are called haruful leen. Leen, as in the presentation, it was mentioned that we pronounce with very softly gliding vowels. How many letters are called haruful leen? This time, people, I have got answer very quickly. So I think the interest is developing now. So I'm going to end poll now and going to share result with you now. How many letters are called haruful leen? 41% have said there are 2 letters. 42% have said there are 3 letters. 9% have decided there are 4 letters, and 8% think there are 5 letters which are called haruful leen. Again, the most popular answer is 3 letters, but I am sorry to say that this is not correct again. 41% have given me the right answer. There are 2 letters which are called haruful leen, letter waw and letter ya. These are called haruful leen, and the condition is waw should be with sukoon sign and ya should be with sukoon sign, and the preceding letter should have fatha on it. These are called haruful leen. Now, next question number 4 for you. How many prostrations of recitation, sujood tilawa, are there in the Holy Quran? You know, when we recite the Holy Quran, we see the word written sajda in the hashia, and we perform sajda at that point. How many points in the Holy Quran where we perform sajda tilawat? So I'm gonna give you the now. You can choose your answer. Is there any 16 places, 15 places, 14 places, or there are 13 places where we perform sajda tilawat? MashaAllah, very quick answers. We have already crossed 55%, and I'm expecting at least 60-70% people will give me answer. This is an easy question. So a couple of more seconds and then I will stop it. Now I'm going to end poll now. This is the last chance for you to decide how many places are sujood tilawa in the Holy Quran. Okay, now I'm going to share the result with you now. So 14% participants have decided there are 16 places, 34% have said 15, and 32% have decided 14, and 20% have decided 13. So this time, 34% have given me the right answer. There are 15 places. Most popular answer is 15 places, and the correct answer is 15 places. MashaAllah. This time, the more people have given me the right answer. Now we will move towards the next question, question number 5. During the recitation, the long vowels are pronounced for 1 second, 4 to 6 seconds, or for 2 seconds, or 3 to 5 seconds. This is covered in early presentation as well. Question number 5. long vowels are recited for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, or 4 to 6 seconds. I am going to give you poll now. Please decide as quickly as possible. We are talking about long vowels. Okay, 45% have given me the answer. Well done. Please quickly. Yes, nearly 60% have given the answer. Now I will only wait for 2-3 more seconds and then I will share the result with you. That's an easy question. We recite the Holy Quran every day and we know that which are the long vowels and how long should we pronounce these long vowels. So I'm going to end the poll now and share the result with you. Let's see what's the answer is. So 2% have decided long vowel should be recited for 1 second. And 23% think they are 4 to 6 seconds. And 50% have decided they know it's only 2 seconds. And the 25% have given me the answer now. It's a 3 to 5 seconds. We should be pronouncing long vowels. The correct answer is 2 seconds. And again, this time, most popular answer is 50% people have given me the right answer. All long vowels are pronounced for 2 seconds. Long vowels are in vertical fatha, vertical kasra, inverse dhamma, or basically long vowels, haruful madda are alif, waw, ya. These both are pronounced for 2 seconds. Jazakumullah. I will move to the next question now. Next question for you, question number 6 is, what changes will happen when you pause on a word ending with round ta? Round ta, this in red, you can see round ta, which carries fatha tan, 2 zabar, two fathas on the top of round ta. What change will happen if any word has got round ta at the end with fatha tan? So it will change to round ta with vertical fatha, or it will change to round ta with sukoon sign, or it will change to round ha with sukoon sign, or no change will happen. We will read as it is. So I'm going to give you poll now. You can easily answer this question as well. It will be option 1 or option 2 or option 3, or you think there will not be any change and then you can choose option 4. Round ta with fatha tan on the top, and we are going to pause on that word. What will happen during that pausing? This time, a little bit slow answer. I'm receiving only 35%. I think the people are actually trying to give more accurate answer. Just reading, and then question number 6. What changes will happen when you pause on a word ending with round ta? Tan. That's the sound is tan. What will happen if we pause on that word which is ending with round ta? Okay, I have got the good number of people who have given me the answer now, and I will end the poll now and share the result with you. Now, 22% have said it will change to round ta with vertical fatha on it. And 19% said it will change to round ta with sukoon sign. And 50% said it will change to round ha with sukoon. And 9% thinks there will not be any change while we pause on that word which is ending with round ta. So the correct answer is it will change to round ha with sukoon. So 50% again have given me the right answer. So 22% thinks no, it will change to round ta. 19% thinks it will change to round ta with sukoon sign, and 50% it will change to round ha with sukoon, and 9% think that will not be any change. So the most popular answer is it will change to round ha with sukoon sign, ha sound, and then we will move now towards the next question, number 7. Okay, this is Noon Sakin is always pronounced with Izhar. 1 second. It was mentioned in the first presentation as well. Noon Sakin is always pronounced with Izhar. 1 second when it is followed by a kalkala letter, a lean letter, a throat letter, or a mad letter. Mad letter, alif, waw, ya. So when Noon Sakin is pronounced with Izhar, clear 1 second sound. So I'm gonna give you poll now. You can give me the answer. A Noon Sakin and Tanween Izhar rule. A kalkala letter or followed by a lean letter or followed by a throat letter or followed by a mad letter. When Noon Sakin or Tanween is pronounced with the Izhar. 1 second only. Again, this is a little bit slow answering at the moment. I've got only 35% people have participated. I will request you all, please just read carefully and you can easily answer that question because it is already mentioned and we have learned this one. Noon Sakin is always pronounced with Izhar, clear sound. If it is followed by a kalkala letter, a lean letter, a throat letter, or mad letter. Okay, I will just wait 2-3 more seconds and then, mashallah, now, good, one, okay, now I'm gonna end poll now and share result with you. Now, 25% said Noon Sakin is always pronounced with Izhar when it is followed by a kalkala letter. 32% think it's a lean letter, and 28% thinks it's a throat letter, and 15% think it's a mud letter. When it comes after Noon Sakin, then Noon is pronounced with clear sound. But the correct answer is a throat letter. Most popular answer is a lean letter, 32% has given me. But the 28% is the percentage who have given me the right answer. Noon Sakin is always, Noon Sakin or Tanween is pronounced with clear sound, an amta. That was, and Noon Sakin is followed by ain, which is one of the throat letter. That's why we pronounce an amta, clearly 1 second sound. So 28% have given me the right answer. Now, next question, very easy question. Which surah of the Holy Quran is always read in Jumu'ah Friday prayer? When we offer Jumu'ah prayer, which surah is always read in our Friday prayer? Is it Surah Al-Ghashiyah, Surah Ala, Surah Al-Jumu'ah, or Surah Al-Fatiha? So I'm going to give you poll now for this easy question. Just think and carefully read the question carefully and answer it. Which surah of the Holy Quran is always read in Jumu'ah prayer? This is the people are giving me the answer quickly, so looks like easy question. Already 55% have already answered. I will just wait a couple of more seconds and then I will close the poll. Okay, now I'm going to end poll now and share the result with you. Let's see what's the answer. Okay, 11% have decided it is Surah Al-Ghashiyah, which is always read in Jumu'ah prayer, and 22% have said Surah Al-Ala, and 9% have said Surah Al-Jumu'ah, and 58% have said it is Surah Al-Fatiha, which is always read in Jumu'ah prayer. So the most popular answer is 58%, and I must say this is the right answer as well, because in any prayer, Surah Al-Fatiha is a compulsion. You need to read Surah Al-Fatiha. Your rakat cannot be completed in any prayer if you don't recite Surah Al-Fatiha. But after Surah Al-Fatiha, you are allowed to read any portion of the Holy Quran. So 58% have given me the right answer. That is the most popular answer and the correct answer as well. Now, the question number 9. What was the interval between the first and the second revelation to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Is it 1 month? It is 3 days, or 2 years, or 6 months, or 2 years and 5 months? I'm going to give you the poll now. You can decide which one is the right answer. What is the interval between the first and the second revelation to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? That's the quite easy question as well. The people are answering quickly now. So interval between first and second revelation is 1 month, or 3 days, or 2 years and 6 months, or 2 years and 5 months. So I have good participants at the moment, and I will wait just 2-3 more seconds, and then I will close this poll. I'm going to end poll now and share the result with you. Now, the question was, what was the interval between the first and second revelation? And 39% have decided to say it was 1 month, the interval between first and second revelation. 18% said it is 3 days, and 30% 2 years and 6 months, and 13% had given me the answer 2 years and 5 months. Again, most popular answer is 1 month, but unfortunately, this is not the right answer. The correct answer is 2 years and 6 months, and 30% have of participants have given the right answer. Okay, now question number 10. The letter Ra is always pronounced with thick sound if Ra is preceded with a letter which carries short vowels. A Ra is preceded with a letter carries Fatha. A Ra is pronounced thick sound when it is preceded with letter carries Kasra, or Ra is preceded with a letter carries Fatha or Dhamma. So basically, question is, when Ra is pronounced with the thick sound, if it is preceded with Fatha, Kasra, or Fatha and Kasra, or Fatha, Dhamma, or any short vowels. I'm going to give you poll now. You can answer which option is you think is the right answer to pronounce Ra, letter Ra, because letter Ra is one of the 3 letters which are pronounced conditionally thick sound. People are quick now. Again, it seems to be easy question for them, but let's see what the outcomes of this answer, this question. Mostly people have given me the answer already, so I will wait a couple of more seconds, and I'm going to end poll now. Just let me hit the target. Please answer as quickly as possible. I need more, at least 2-3% more of people to answer this. Okay, I'm going to end poll now and share the result with you. Okay, the letter Ra is always pronounced with thick sound, and we know that letter is one of the 3 letters which are pronounced with conditionally thick sound. Ra is preceded with letter carries short vowels. A Ra is preceded with the letter carries Fatha only. A Ra is preceded with the letter carries Kasra only. Or Ra is preceded with the letter carries Fatha or Dhamma. So most popular answer was 42%. But again, this is not the right answer, because Dhamma as well, if Ra is pronounced thick, when preceding letter has got Fatha or Dhamma, both. So 38% have given me the right answer, and 7% said it's a Kasra, and 13% decided any short vowels, Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma. So the right answer is Ra should be thick when it is preceded with a letter which carries Fatha or Dhamma sign. Now, the next couple of questions with regards to feedback. You have attended. Thank you very much. You have attended today's Qur'an Symposium. Could you, how satisfied are you with today's event? I will share the total aggregate of region as well in a minute. But could you please answer, how satisfied do you think with today's event? Are you very satisfied? Are you satisfied? Are you not satisfied or not sure at the moment? So there is a chance for you to give us the poll so we can, when we come back next time, so we can plan accordingly. MashaAllah, this seems to be easy question as well. People are answering quickly. Thank you very much. More than 65% have already answered. So I will just wait a couple of more seconds and then I will share result with you. Okay, I'm going to end poll now. Share the result with you. How satisfied are you with today's event? And mashallah, today's 69% have said they are very satisfied with today's event. Mashallah, jazakumullah for your participation. And 30% thinks they are satisfied, but we need to make some more improvements or maybe new topics. And then none of you are not satisfied with today's event, and that's a good sign as well. And all people are sure, and that's why they have given their answers. Now, next question for you is, would you like to attend the Qur'an Symposium if we organize in your region again? That's question for you. That's very easy. Yes, no, or not sure. MashaAllah, again, the people are very sure that what they are going to answer. So that's why more than 60-70% have already answered. I will wait a couple of seconds more to give everyone to give answer. And that seems to be the highest participation. I'm going to end the poll now. And the very good thing is all participants have said that there's 100% out of 65. They said they will join again. And as Hafiz mentioned, the reward is given according to the intention. You have made your intention that you will come and join, and your reward meter has started now. So whenever there is a new Qur'an Symposium, you will inshallah get rewards because you have decided you will join that. So Allah Ta'ala bless you all. And that was the result of this poll. And now finally, last question for you regarding attendance. Can you please select the option, how many members of your family are attending this symposium today from your household? If you are attending on your own, then just select one, option 1. If 2 members are attending, then you can option 2. If 3 members are attending from your family, then you can choose for option 3. If 4 members are attending, then you can go for the option 4. If 5 or more people are attending from your household, then you can go for the option 5. So please answer this one as well quickly so we can go to the next program. MashaAllah, already more than 70% have given me the answer. So just 2 more seconds and then I will end the poll now because my time is running out as well. So I'm going to share result with you. 45% are attending on their own. 20% people are attending are in the family. 10% are attending with the 3, and 14% family member, 4 members are attending, and 10% are attending with 5 or more people. And thank you very much for your attending today's event and participating in the Quran quiz. Now I will hand over mic back to Hafiz Sahib for the next presentation. Jazakumullah. Hafiz Sahib, over to you.
Jazakumullah, thank you so much, Man Saib. And the participation of the attendees are fine, very good. I think now the Dabir Bhatti Sahib will give us a brief overview of our website and YouTube channel.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakumullah. This is the Middlesex Regional Qur'an Symposium 2021. I will just introduce the website. Our website is hosted under the Jamaat's official website, the UK Jamaat's official website, which is www.ahmadiyya.uk. Within the website, when you go to ahmadiyya.uk, this is an internal facing website, by the way. This is for the UK Jamaat members. So when you visit the website, you will see all the departments, finance, Ishaat, IT, and our website is down here, Talimul-Quran. You can also access this website directly by going www.ahmadiyya.uk.uk/NQC. If you go there, you will see this is the website, the homepage, and it is a two menu system. There's a menu system on the top and a menu system on the bottom. The first thing I will do is introduce you to the download sections at the bottom here. This is a very useful resource relating to the Holy Quran. You have the Quran lessons, G1, G2, G4. You've got the, let me just go down a bit. You have the Urdu section. Either आपको तफसीर al-Quran, Hazrat Masih Maud की उनकी अगर तफसीर मिलेगी, and all other books, useful and interesting books that you can download. English on this side and Urdu on this side. There you can have and browse that. Then next we go to the online courses. We mentioned this earlier as well. So if I was to click on that, it will take me to the courses that are available. Some of these courses you can subscribe, you can apply for online, which I will come to that in a minute. But you can also do these courses at your own time. You enroll, and then you can take your time and do it in your own time. So for example, you've got, if I was to go to Talimul-Quran, these are the class recordings, G1, G2, G4. So far on our NQC YouTube channel, we've got over 900 YouTube recordings, racing very quickly to 1,000, and then more every year as you go on. If I was to enroll myself on say a G1 course, Talimul-Quran level G1, this is what it looks like, the course content. You have the lesson 1, recognition of dots, Arabic letters, and so on and so forth. After each lesson, there is, some of them may have a quiz, and you can test yourself, and then you can carry on doing the rest of the course. As I mentioned, the class recordings, 2020 recordings, 2019 recordings, they're all there. You can go back and look at them, and they're all organized as simple playlists for G1, G2, and so on and so forth. So the YouTube channel is, if you go to the YouTube and search for NQC or just NQC recordings, and it will find our new NQC official YouTube channel. NQC, by the way, stands for National Quran Class. That's how NQC is, in case some of you might be wondering. This is what it looks like. If you go to the Talimul-Quran class recordings, this is, I've just chosen a recording, class 39, which was held on 13th of November, 2020. Next, we come back to the main website, and we'll have a look at this thing here called the recitation analysis. Here we have taken some popular verses, and then we have broken down on how to correctly recite those verses. So for example, Wama, simple elongation, and then Ghunna Muhammad with the 2-second Ghunna on that, Illa, and so on and so forth. Right after that, here you see the translation analysis, and this is the same thing. We've broken it down, some of the popular verses, and with the translation of what of that verse. And then I will introduce you to this at the bottom is Quran multimedia. I'm going to leave Waqf-e Arzi for the moment. I believe Hafiz will cover that after this. So Quran multimedia, we have a number of iPhone and Android apps. Again, you can download and go to that and get yourself familiarized with this. There's a Quran quiz app you can also download. There's a Quran, the YouTube recording can also be done on your mobile phones. And then there's some selected YouTube recordings. The 10 last parts of the Holy Quran are, sorry, not the parts, the last surahs. 10 last surahs of the Holy Quran are recited correctly, followed by a child who recites, and in this way you can listen to it and then correct your own recording, correct your own recitation. There's also a Quran quiz on the website, which is the same Quran quiz as on the app. There's also a question answer forum. Here you can ask any question. You don't have to be registered on the website. And then shortly, very shortly, inshallah, you will also receive the answer. But also you can look at the answers that have been given of any previous question. Next, I will introduce you to this group learning application. What we have done here, what the department here has done, has to arrange courses which caters for all different types of the audience in our Jamaat members. For example, G1 is for students, young students who are just starting the Holy Quran. G2 is a little bit more advanced course. G3, G4 is the Tilawat improvement lessons in English. G5 is Tilawat improvement lessons in Urdu. G7, G8 for where am I? Yeah, G8 is a very popular lesson. A course is a Quranic Arabic grammar lessons in Urdu. Some of these are currently going on, but there's no reason, you can still apply. Many of these are oversubscribed, so the sooner you apply, your place will then be reserved. And then when the next course starts, then we will get in touch with you to organize lessons for your children and for yourself. Next, I would like to ask you that we are always looking for teachers. If you think that you are able to teach, then please visit this website, ithqa.org.uk. There's a registration form here, teacher registration. ithqa.org.uk is actually international, but we can also use you in the UK department as well. And here is a very simple form. You can see volunteer teachers registration form. And that's about it. Jazakumullah for watching. I'll hand you back now to Hafiz Saab.
Jazakumullah, thank you so much, Dabir Saib, for a very good overview of our website and YouTube. And now we come to the final, before we go for the final session, brief. And this is about Waqf-e Arzi scheme, and here 2021. You may remember that before pandemic, COVID-19 in January 2020, when there was no lockdown, And on 17th January 2020, we had a mulaqat, National Majlis-e Amla had a mulaqat with the Huzur Aqdas, in which we were given, Talimul-Quran Waqf Arzi department was given 1,000 target of 1,000 Waqf in Arzi to be produced within a year. So by the grace of Allah, we started implementing the directive of Huzur Aqdas, and nearly 100 individuals were being sent to different jamaats. Physical Waqf Arzi was taking place, and it was quite good. And then because of the new situation, pandemic, it was temporarily, it was stopped. Now in 17th January, that was actually 10th January, 12th January, this is 17th now. 17th January, we had also another mulaqat, Majlis Amla, in this year, 2021, where Huzur categorically advised us that first you should concentrate on the Amla members of all the central organizations, Khodam, Ansar, Lajna, and then regional and local Amla members, and then others. If they participate in this Waqf Arzi scheme, then others will follow them. So 17th was the virtual mulaqat with Huzur Aqdas, and the next week we have a National Majlis-e Amla meeting, and following the directive of Huzur Anwar, Amir Sahib, respected Rafiq Ahmad Hayat Sahib, offered his name very first time, the meaning, he was the very first person who offered this name, and then other secretaries. And by the grace of Allah, we know that now this virtual Waqf Arzi scheme is going on, and many from people have now signed up from Khodam, Lajna, and Ansar, and National Majlis-e Amla. So that will be now virtual Waqf Arzi scheme 2021. The target is 1,000 minimum. We have to complete that. The application will be online, and this is the address in front of you, the same website which the visa was introducing, ahmadiyya.uk, and then /nqc/waqf-arzi. Period of work will be according to the rules and regulations from 2 weeks to 6 weeks, but you can split 2 weeks into 2 blocks as well. So mode of work, this time no physical Waqf Arzi, but only virtual Waqf Arzi using Zoom, phone, and basically these mediums. And then place of Waqf Arzi will be provided by the Department of Talimul-Quran, as I think Aman Sahib, can you please update me that how many individuals have been sent so far and which jamaats? So lively we have that insertion, please.
Okay, just 1 second. I will open the. There are 9 we have sent, and 1 is in the process, and they are going Masjid Fazil, and the Bradford, and the Birmingham, Glasgow, and there's 1 more Jamaat. Let me open the sheet and I'll keep it so.
So you can see that by the grace of Allah.
Okay, now 1 is going to Birmingham South, Bradford South, Cardiff, Devon and Cornwall, Glasgow, Huddersfield, Leeds, and Masjid Fazal, and Peckham, and yeah.
Okay, mashallah. You can see that by the grace of Allah, the virtual Waqf Arzi is being taken up, and in different jamaats, they are benefiting from this blessed scheme. And, wherever you are from, for example, a person who is from Aldershot has been sent to a far remote jamaat, and from other parts of the, so basically every region, in every jamaat, we will send the waqfin, and we are getting the applications, inshallah. So the devotees from Ansar and Khudam will do their Waqf Arzi duty in their local president, means the male president of the Jamaat, but the Lajna devotee shall complete her Waqf Arzi duties in cooperation of local Lajna president. It could be, outside her Jamaat as well, and also maybe in her Jamaat or in region. Inshallah, it will be decided, but it should not stop you to apply for Waqf Arzi, even you belong to Lajna, because you can do your Waqf Arzi within your region or outside region according to the guideline. So this is the form, very simple, very easy form. You can fill in this form. And then this is the Waqf Arzi task 1, intention. This is very important. The devotee is encouraged to pay sadaqah before start of his her waqf. So it is important that innamal a'malu bin niyat, we should be focused what we are going to offer to Almighty Allah. And then he's also advised to write a letter to Huzur Aqdas informing His Holiness of Waqf Arzi and requesting for the prayers. So that is very important, number 1. Because the Waqf Arzi is not only the serving the community members, the Jamaat, but also the first of all addressee or the contribution to himself and herself, basically. That is self-reformation. So Zikr Ilahi, the devotee shall spend her time, especially 2 weeks to 6 weeks, the waqf, the period, in intense prayers, remembrance of Allah, seeking His forgiveness, istighfar, glorification, and will sincerely try to offer daily tahajjud prayer, especially as I mentioned, the morning routines, the recitation of the Holy Quran at dawn, and also in different parts of the day, that will also be in that. Then tafaqquh fi deen, the devotee shall recite the Holy Quran with tarjuma on daily basis. Okay, so recitation with tarjuma, and will study the tafsirul Quran as available to him or her with the English or Urdu or other languages. He will also try to read at least one book of the promised Messiah ﷺ. And we, in the Waqf Arzi pack, we have provided Dhikr Ilahi in English translation and some Haqiqatul Wahi and some other books. So for you to complete that one, because at least one book should be read, maybe more, but at least one. So the devotee is also encouraged to have on digital library of Jamaat literature with regards to the Holy Quran, especially with regarding learning or teaching the talaffuz and the tarjuma and the tafsir books. So we have provided in the Waqf Arzi pack some important PDFs which will be sent to you. So as mentioned that in our website, in download section, you can download many such resources which are available for you to download and to be utilized in your Waqf Arzi. Either you are taking Salat classes or Talaffuz classes or Tarjuma classes or just a general interest lecture, they will be very, very good. And Waqf Arzi was task number 4 is Talimul-Quran. Basically, after devoting your time to yourself, to your self-reformation and refining your and increasing your level of knowledge, is Talimul-Quran, promoting the learning and teaching of the Holy Quran using free Zoom facility, meaning 40 minutes available. And if you speak to your local president, maybe the local president or region, they already have the paid account of Zoom, so they can be utilized. So the full package could be made when then phone numbers are exchanged of a local president and also the Waqf Arzi, meaning the devotee, and then they can make a plan in cooperation or with the help or guidance of the regional Murabbi Sahib, and very good work could be done as is being done in these Jamaats, which Aman Sahib mentioned. So these classes will be available and you can download the Waqf Arzi pack. Everything is there. Number 5 is Al-Wasiyat. Al-Wasiyat has a great connection with the Waqf Arzi. According to the founder of Waqf Arzi, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Thalis Rahimahullah Ta'ala. So the devotee will endeavor to encourage the local Jamaat members to join the blessed scheme of Al-Wasiyat. First of all, he would make sure that he's also a Musi. If he is not a Musi, that is the right time to say, to be the part of this blessed scheme. or if he's by the grace of Allah already is a Musi, now this is in Waqf Arzi is a time to invite others, to motivate others to be part of this blessed scheme. He will also remind local Musian to engage themselves in Talimul-Quran, because one of the responsibilities of Musian, those who have is the part of this scheme, that they should also learn the Holy Quran and teach the Holy Quran. Actually, every Musi should be teaching according to the rules to members of the community, Ahmadiyya community, to read the Holy Quran. That is the minimum target given by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Thalis Rahimahullah Ta'ala. Then number 6 is Tarbiyat. That is a big umbrella. Tarbiyat will and Waqf Arzi will encourage local Jamaat members to increase the attendance of 5 daily congregational prayers, Tilawat-e-Quran, which I mentioned about Quran al-Fajr, and outside hours as well, and Dars at home, mosque or mosque Salat centers as appropriate. And the devotee should also remind the members to listen to the Friday sermons of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr Aziz live regularly, as well as watching the MTA programs of his or her interest in the family. So number 7 is promoting Waqf Arzi scheme. Okay, so according to every Waqf Arzi will be required to motivate others, at least 2 other members, and motivation to such extent that that person fill in the online form and be part of this blessed scheme. The minimum target for a devotee to get at least 2 filled in applications form from the assigned Jamaat. For example, if you are sent to, let's see, Sheffield Jamaat or Birmingham, then within Birmingham or Sheffield or like other Jamaat, at least 2 members should sign up for Waqf Arzi upon your request, upon your encouragement and motivation. And number 8 is Tabligh activities, virtual Tabligh activities. The devotee will encourage local Jamaat members to use their local media platforms. He can enlighten them, he can train them. Now this is the time of the social media platforms, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram. They are available to promote the true message of Islam and Ahmadiyyat, and other highlight the humanitarian endeavors which we have. And by using the different hashtags, as some have been given, Messiah has come, Khalifa of Messiah, or Al-Islam, love for all, hatred for none, true Islam, so and so, humanity first. So any quotation from the Holy Quran, any hadith, any extracts of the promised Messiah, any Friday sermon, every Friday from Talimul-Quran, Waqf Arzi department, an attribute of the believers, Sifatul Mu'minin, is sent. You can promote that as well. We have already Ahkamul Quran, more than 50 Ahkamul Quran with English and Urdu translation are available on our website. You can, we have been in 2020, have been every week, every Friday, we have been sending them. You can resend them to your, especially to your contacts, non-MD contacts. So in this way, you know, everything will work and will contribute towards reaching out the people, their minds. And then the number 9 is Iyada, that well-being in cooperation of the local president. He may phone the sick and elderly members of the assigned Jamaat for their Iyadat. Male devotee will only phone the elderly and sick people, male sick people. And similarly, the Lajna devotee will phone the Lajna members only. So that is a bit clarification. And this can be practiced in accordance with the Quranic injunction to banish their loneliness, to give them support and comfort, or to have a, in a friendly atmosphere, speak to the people kindly. Especially in this pandemic, it is a need that all members of Jamaat should be reached out, and they should be listened to and give them a psychological boost and comfort zone with your nice words. Then virtual Waqf Arzi number task is offering virtual help. Everybody now is, most of our people are computer literate. You can offer your services, either typing something or using Excel, using Word or PowerPoint, making some presentations. Maybe it is required by a local president or in a Khuddam class or in a Tfal class or other. So that could be promoted. Even if 10, 15 names with their phone numbers are given, to phone them for just chasing up their budget or their financial sacrifice for their promises of Tariq-e-Jadid or Waqf-e-Jadid, or now Ramadan is coming. You know, there are so many activities could be placed. And number 11 is activity report. It is very important that every Waqf Arzi who is sent to Waqf maintain a daily journal, a register of activities based on the 10 tasks minimum, and the report form should be submitted online within 1 week after completion Waqf Arzi. So if basically you have completed your Waqf Arzi today, 21st, so by 28th February, it should be submitted so that a compiled report then be sent to Amir Sahib and finally submission to Huzur Anwar. So that is in nutshell is our Waqf Arzi. Everybody should take part, and especially in this Middlesex region, regional Amla, local Amra on all level, Lajna, Khuddam, Ansar, and main Jamaat Amila members, starting from the presidents. As I said that even the national secretaries, they are doing that, Waqf Arzi, and it is very, very easy. It is very, very easy because we are not talking about that you should give 2 weeks, the full 8 hours daily. Only if you spend 1 hour on a daily basis in the evening, that will be good. At least, you know, you are giving your contribution, you're contributing, and all the programs will be set up or made with the cooperation of the local president and the regional murabbis. As these Waqfin Arzi, they are doing that one. So some are taking the fall classes, some are Khuddam, some they're attending their local general body meeting, their local Amla, their Tarbiyat forum, anything you see now. The Jalsas, for example, Jalsa Yom Muslimod is coming, any next month Yom Masimod coming. So a lot of activities could be reciprocated in this way. So Jazakumullah. Now final is
also just quick one 10 second. I just want to update you that for the result of the quiz, the aggregate total percentage for this region is 40%, and the total sign-in login details are 123 people logged in, and the projected total attendance for today's event is 280. Jazakumullah.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Thank you so much. And now final words and dua, regional Amir Sahib, or whatever is the program, please.
Regional Amir Sahib.
Ji.
Mirza is there or?
I think we should conclude now. Please join me for the silent prayer. Ameen, Allahumma ameen.